I'm going to work my way up towards doing all of the achievements. No! No! Hello everyone, welcome to Sky Factory. This is a series that I've wanted to work on for a long time now. Because I really love Minecraft, and you know what I love about Minecraft? All the mods I never got to play as a kid. So, you know, I loved Sky Factory. I wanted to do the old versions, but, you know, they're just not, they wouldn't hold up to today anymore. So I'm choosing like the second newest version, I think, which is Sky Factory 4. My goal in this world is to complete every single achievement. Every single achievement in this book I want to do. And you know, I did make a video on this yesterday, but then I looked at it and I was like, you know, this is buns. So, you know, I decided to start again because it just isn't fun when I'm not feeling up to it. So yeah, I'm going to start anew, and I'm going to work my way up towards doing all of the achievements. No! Okay, yeah, I forgot about that, low-key. So a big thing about Sky Factory is if I don't get a sapling from this tree, we're basically cooked. As in, we have to start all over again. Give me! Okay. But basically, to make this tree grow, we have to, give it a show. And that'll make it grow. Yeah, it's a very perverted tree. I don't know much to say. Yep. But as you can see, there is ore or vein miner in this game, which I love. The vein miner. It's called ore excavation, right? I know, but I call it vein miner because that's what I've known it as. But yeah, this is basically gonna be it for the next like couple of minutes. I'll probably cut back to when we have something more. So, for those of you who do not know Sky Factory, like most, or no, I wouldn't say most, but like some people do, this is a crook. Basically, what this thing does is, if this tree could grow, that'd be great. Please. Bro, come on. Stop it. Just grow! Okay, you know it doesn't want to grow, but basically what it does is it gives me a higher chance of getting saplings and these things that we have here. That's basically what it does. As for these acorn and the resin that we've been getting, if we take 4 acorns, then cover the rest in dirt, we get dirt. And we also get the achievement Dirt Dancing. And then now with this, if I could just go ahead and make some more slabs. I can create, actually, no, we can make dirt for more trees, and more trees means more loot, and more loot means we can progress forward. But some of you might be wondering, where do we go next? Can't really think of many high-tech things to make out of dirt. You see, from dirt, we need more wood. That's what we need more wood. Alright, there we go. So with wood, if we take, I think it's 2 slabs, and then 3 regular wood block. No, I got it backwards. Okay. Take 3 slabs, then put 2 regular blocks on top. We get a crushing tub. We get the achievement, I Love Lucy. So basically, with this crushing tub, we can go ahead, and I'll just put it right next to this thing. With the crushing tub, no, actually I got mixed up. Okay, so we actually take slabs, and as you probably saw towards the beginning, we're gonna want to make these things called drying racks, and we're gonna want to, like, I think like 1 more or 2 more. We're gonna take 8 of them, and you see we got the achievement air fryer, because with drying racks we can go ahead. We take our acorns, stick them on here, and now you'll notice that on top it says progress. That means we are drying these acorns, which will turn into something very cool in a moment here. Okay, so now that these things have dried, we can now get them. And these are petrified acorns. You see what you do with these is you stick them in here. You surround a dirt sapling, and you get a petrified sapling. And you get these even hardwood. And now, with this petrified sapling, let me just go ahead and grow this. Okay. So with these gravel acorns, you can probably guess what we're going to do. We're going to do the same thing, but surround a petrified sapling. And now we have a gravel acorn. We're going to take them again, put them in here, in the crushing tub, and smack, 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 smack. Okay, we're going to need one more because that one fell off the edge. Smack. And now, if we do the same thing again, stick all this in here, but petrified, get sand saplings. And now we can make sand. Now, why are we doing this exactly? Well, there's a good reason to it. You're going to see it in a moment. So now that we have sand and gravel, we can start working on something else, which is we are going to need 1 piece of dirt, 3 pieces of these petrified resins, and 1 dirt sapling. And you're going to see why. Because with these 3 things, we can put that one at the bottom, dirt resin on top, surround that in the petrified resin, we get a clay sapling. Clay acorn. I don't understand that reference really. So now I just need to make this grow. And now with the clay resin, we're gonna need 5. And 4 of these acorns. You can probably guess what we're gonna do here. But we're going to take this and turn it into clay. And then with the clay, we're going to break it. And then actually we're going to need, now with this furnace, I'm going to put it right there. And we're going to take the clay that we got and put it in the crafting table. And we're going to put it in the shape of a bucket to get an unfired clay bucket. Now you see we're going to put this unfired clay bucket, and let me just power it with some oak. And once this is done, you'll see we get a clay bucket. Now, you know, this is cool and all, but we don't really have water to really use this on. Okay, I fixed my mistake. But as you can probably see, we now have water in the cauldron. So we're gonna take that water. You see, we get water. What are you waiting for? Funny joke. But no. So we're going to let me just make a little platform. You see, because we have water, but this isn't like a concrete way of keeping it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make an infinite water source. But as you can see, I could wait just for that barrel to fill up again, and we can definitely just get like, you know, another piece of water. But you know, I'm impatient. This is gonna take forever to fill up again. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of these dirt saplings, stick them in the tub, crush them. And as you see, every time we crush one, we get water. And then with this, we now have an infinite water source. Now, the goal of today's video is to get to at least iron, because with iron, we can start automating. Okay, so for this next thing, we're going to need a lot of dirt. And the only way to get that is by growing more dirt saplings. So I'm going to do that. Also, my only food source has been eating cobblestone. It's pretty tasty, I'm not going to lie. Also got a Fulbright mod so that it isn't too dark anymore. Okay, so it has come to my attention that actually I need something else for us to progress forward. You see, so we take a dirt sapling, and, well, it is just a tree covered in dirt, so logically, to get a regular tree, you wash it. And we're gonna do that a couple times, actually, because we need multiple. But we need a specific thing from these trees, and that is an apple. And you'll see why once we get it, but it is very important that we get it, because we cannot get to iron without it. I know, weird. So, with this apple, we're going to go ahead and go to the crushing tub again. Yeah, this guy is coming back. Stick them in there, and obviously, smack. And we get apple seeds. Now you see, for some reason, we're gonna have to wait for that to grow. I don't think we actually can. Yeah, we can't give this one a shot, so we're gonna have to genuinely wait for it to grow. But when that does grow, we will actually get something here called an apple sapling, which as we can see here, I don't know really what the difference between this and an oak one is. I'm guessing it just drops apples more. But what I do know is that we do need an apple sapling to get to iron. So I'll cut back when we have when we actually reach what I wanted to reach. Or this is something I wanted to create. If we take cobblestone and do the same thing like we did with the wooden cauldron, we get a cobblestone cauldron. Now, why we needed this is a good question. Oh crap! Wait, hold on. Let me make a pickaxe. We're actually gonna need a bit more cobblestone, because we are going to take this torch that we have. We're gonna put that on there. Then in here, we're gonna stick, as you can see, we turn cobblestone and melt it into lava. Now, why we do that is because we are going to go ahead and make a couple more pieces of cobblestone. And with that, we now get lava in a bucket. Now, why I didn't use the other one is because we actually need this for water. And if you didn't know, a clay bucket and lava don't really mix too well, so it's only gonna hold it for like one use. And now we're gonna take the sand from the sand sapling and the sand resin stuff. Turned into glass, and we're going to take this cobblestone, put 3 on the bottom, 3 on top, glass in the middle, lava on one side, water on one side, and it seems I have failed. Oh, okay, it seems I got the, what's it called, buckets backwards. But, as you can see here, it destroyed one bucket, but we got a cobblestone generator. And now, like the name says, if we just put it right here, I don't know, and then right-click it, it will automatically make cobblestone for us. And this is technically our first automation. We now have... Oh, crap. Hold on. Okay, after that bull crap, we're going to take wood. We're going to make another chest. And then with this chest, we are going to just place it right here for now. And you see, with Sky Factory, you can actually downgrade to a, I think it's in this mod pack. Let's see. Yeah, you can make a wooden hopper. Now, with the wooden hopper, we're just gonna, you know, because it's really simple right now. We're gonna smack that there, put the cobblestone generator up here, and this should now be automatically making cobblestone forever to the end of time. Now, we can upgrade this generator, but for right now, I don't think we're really in a position to do that. So we're just gonna let that go. And then for here, oh, it looks like our apple sapling finally grew up. Oh, apple seed grew up into an apple sapling, and now we need to wait for this to grow up into an apple tree. But while that's going, we need to work on getting more clay and sand and gravel. So I will cut back to when we have that, you know. We have clay, gravel, sand, right? We're going to take the gravel, we're going to take the sand, and we're going to take the clay, mix them all together, we get grout. Now, for those of you who know Tinkers, you know what's going to come next. So we take the grout, stick it in there, and that's going to be making what we know as seared brick. So with seared bricks, we are going to be making something called a melter, which will allow us to melt things down into, you know, like things like iron down into liquid. Because to obtain this iron sapling, we're going to take an acacia sapling and just pour molten iron on it. And you see all of this, we needed clay, we needed gravel, we needed sand, and we're going to use coal as well. We're going to combine all of these together. We're going to put clay in the middle, sand on both sides, gravel on top and bottom, and then the corners add coal to make iron amber. Amber is the color of my dinosaur. So it's probably be best to make a couple of these actually, because as you will see after I make all 5 of these things, we're going to need iron amber to actually get iron, which the way to do that is actually really simple. You just stick it in the furnace and it smelts. But as for this glass, now that we have the glass, we're going to use the seared bricks that we got. We're going to surround this first piece in seared bricks to make the seared tank. And as you see, we get the achievement, Orange, you glad I didn't say banana. And then we're going to use this next one to make kind of like a pyramid shape. And then we're going to put glass in the middle for this one and make the melter. Now, here is hopefully... Okay, yeah. So we're going to use a crook on here to... Yes, okay, we got saplings. That's good. That's all we've needed from this tree, so we can just kind of get rid of it. But we're going to need at least one of these saplings, because from these saplings, we're going to stick it into water to then make the acacia sapling. And then with this seared tank, we're going to place it down and then put the melter on top of it. And then we're going to realize that I needed more seared bricks for this next step. So I'm going to cut back to when I have more seared bricks. Okay, we finally have enough. And with this, we're going to make a casting table. So with the casting table, we're then going to make kind of like a bucket to make a faucet. We're going to put the casting table right there. We're going to put the faucet right there. We're going to stick the acacia sapling onto the casting table. And as you probably remember from earlier, we're going to smelt this piece of iron. But to do that, we actually need heat, which we now have basically unlimited access to, thanks to our cobblestone generator. I'm going to make a bottle right there. I'm making a bucket right now to actually use. Put that there. We have lava. Now stick the lava in there, and now we have fuel, which will melt the iron, making an iron ingot. Now, as you will see fast after that iron smelt like that. Back up! Back up! Okay. Basically, before I was so rudely interrupted, just beating dirt. We're gonna take our stone crook, turn it, and then we're going to actually get rid of all these dirt trees that we have. We're gonna take the molten iron now. We're going to have the casting table, and then we're going to pour the iron onto the acacia sapling. Once that is done, you will see it starts transforming into something greater, which is an iron sapling. Now, we're just going to grow this really quickly. We're going to do all that. We have iron acorns, iron sapling. We're going to do this. And, you know, actually, I did already make some amber prior to this, because I didn't think we were going to get this far, or we're going to get as much iron as I thought we would, which we didn't, but that's okay, because now we basically have infinite iron. No, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to need more clay. So let me just make some clay real quick while that's smelting. We're going to make some bricks with the clay that we have here. And we're going to take the iron we have from here. We're going to take some wood. While that's cooking, we're going to make some wood planks. We need one chest. And we're also going to need a hopper. An actual hopper. Because we're going to need a double chest, actually. So let me just. Okay. So we need 2 more bricks. But basically, essentially, what we're going to do is we're going to put these on the bottom, and then with the hopper from these bricks, last brick, come on, come on, come on, come on. We're going to take these bricks, and we're going to make something called a bonsai pot. Now you see, with these bonsai pots, you can actually grow trees automatically. And with this bonsai pot, we're going to put a hopper under it to make a hopping bonsai. You get the cow bonsai achievement. But you stick hopping bonsai right there, put dirt in it, and then if we go ahead and grab one of our iron saplings, we basically have infinite iron. As you see, it'll grow the tree until it reaches 100%, and then when it reaches 100%, the hopping bonsai will put it into this chest, and it'll spit out everything in there, and we essentially have infinite iron. I know, crazy, right? As you see, it's about to finish up right here, and I'm going to put it in here. Yes. And the best part is that the sapling stays there, so I don't have to worry about it running out of saplings. So, as for everything, I think we did pretty good, you know, for the first episode. For the next episode, we actually, hopefully, will have a unexpected guest joining. Yeah, that's gonna be great. So, until next time, brush your teeth, and good morning and good night.